What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I am going to be talking about how I make more money than a brain surgeon as a 24-year-old fitness coach. So I looked up how much money does the average neurosurgeon make, and ChatGPT shot me out an answer. It was around like $650,000 per year. My goal last year was to make more money than the average doctor, okay? That was around $388,000 per year. I was able to pass that, and now I'm officially past the brain surgeon status. So I want to kind of walk you guys through a couple of different things. But first, we have to start out with, should you believe me? Okay, because that's a great question. If I was watching a YouTube video and it was a 24-year-old dressed in a freaking muscle shirt standing in front of me telling me that he makes more than a brain surgeon, I would be skeptical too, okay? So here's the deal. When I posted my video a couple days ago, it was a video on how I went from broke to making $100,000 per month at 24 years old. One of the top comments that I got was, "Nobody believes you, bro. Like, you're so full of shit," okay? It's just a common thing. A lot of people aren't gonna believe me, and I don't blame them at the end of the day. But the truth is, if you go look at my social media, the proof is all there. I've posted about it on my Instagram. I posted about it on my YouTube. I have posted along the entire journey to my success. I've been posting on social media for the past 6.5, almost 7 years now, consistently. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those social medias. And the truth is, back when I used to suck at making money, I owned that shit. I owned that shit so freaking hard. You want to know how hard I owned it? Go to your YouTube search bar and search in day in the life of a failing fitness influencer. I literally made a series about it a couple years ago, about how terrible I was. I called myself a failing fitness influencer, and there were people in the comments that were like, "Oh, Brandon, don't call yourself a failing fitness influencer. I think you're doing a good job." But I was sitting there thinking, no, I'm not doing a good job. I'm spending so much time on this. I've been posting consistently for years, and I'm barely making any money off of it. So I owned that back when I was broke. I did not claim to be making a lot of money. I could have claimed, "Oh, guys, I'm making so much money on social media. I have a couple tens of thousands of followers on Instagram." I was making no money. I own that shit. I was honest about it then, and I'm going to be honest about it now. Now, I'm awesome at making money, okay? I'm awesome at making money for my age. The truth is, I have this bank screenshot that I was using in one of my videos where I have this little chat box with my bank, and I can ask them, "Hey bank, like, how much money have I made in the past 365 days? And I'm not even sure if that's ever going to focus, but it says your income since June of last year. So in the past 11 months, you've made $678,000, okay? And that's how much money was put into that business bank account from my fitness coaching, from my businesses. And at the end of the day, that's not even all of the money that I make, because I have other money that goes through other payment processors that doesn't end up going through that specific bank account. So I've made upwards of $700,000 in the past year. And then some people will say, "Oh, well, your businesses have done that, but that's not all profit." That is profit, dude. I'm a freaking fitness coach. I'm a fitness coach. I don't have any heavy machinery to operate. I'm not paying for like massive clothes shipments from China. You know, I'm not experiencing tariffs, not experiencing any of that. I'm a fitness coach. It's a fitness coaching business. People come to me and they say, "Hey, Brandon, I want to get in better shape. Please get me in the best shape of my life." It's my job to get them there. And ultimately, that's what I do. That's what I do. And that's what I built my business off of. So if you've come to terms with the fact that this is in fact reality, and I'm telling you the truth, I'm not trying to lie to you at the end of the day, that's when we're going to get into the next step, which is how to make money. And these are ultimately the things that you seriously need to understand. These are things that I really wish that I understood earlier on. Number one, you can take the path of going the career route, okay? You can make a lot of money having a successful career. That's great. But you also have to compare that to entrepreneurship. Here's the cold hard truth. In a career, there's a ladder for you to climb, all right? It takes a very, very long time to climb that ladder. You can work yourself up to making a couple $100,000, per year at a prestigious company. If you put the frickin' work in, you're well educated, and you do your job well, you can 100% do that. But what you also have to understand is that you have to be incredibly active in responsibility with the company. So taking on a lot of responsibility. If you're somebody that's deciding to go the career route, you need to say, hey man, I need to be searching for more every single month. What are more ways that I can ultimately help move up the ladder? And sometimes you have to get in competition with other people, and you have to say, hey, I'm going to try to outdo this person in order to get that position. So you have to do that. You have to be active if you want to make money in a career setting, but you also have to regularly ask for raises. Like if you're not asking for raises regularly, what are you doing? As a man, you should be asking for raises regularly. You should be asking for more responsibility. You should be taking pride in your work at a career, and you can make really good money. Now, entrepreneurship, what I want you to understand is that it's much harder. You eat a lot more shit, okay? And there are a whole lot more dark times and failure because your path is not cut out for you. The ladder is not built for you. You have to build the ladder for yourself. That's incredibly difficult, okay? But this is the best way, entrepreneurship, to make a lot of money. Understand that. And ultimately, we're going to focus around entrepreneurship because that is the way that I made my money. I'm an expert on that, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Number 2 is going to be build a brand, okay? Provide value. So I have a fitness coaching business, like I've talked about. My fitness coaching business has done over $500,000 in the past year. It is a BBB. That is what I call a brand-based business, okay? It's where I've created a product and I've provided a lot of value, and ultimately what I'm doing is I'm selling that product to my audience. One thing I really need you to understand about brand building is the fact that you do not need hundreds of thousands of followers. I work with fitness coaches that have hundreds of thousands of followers. They struggle to make more than like $4,000 to $6,000 per month when they come to me. They're struggling. Just because you have a ton of followers on social media does not equate to being able to make a lot of money on social media. And just because you have 20 to 100 followers on social media, that does not mean that you don't make a lot of money. I know fitness coaches with a couple hundred followers, a couple thousand followers on social media who are absolutely crushing it. There's one guy, his name's Malachi, inside of our Empire Blueprint program. He's making like $15,000 a month, okay? And the dude has like a couple hundred followers on Instagram. So understand that. It's not about followers. It's about building a brand, and it's about ultimately providing value. And there's a lot more to it, which we're going to get into. Number 3, make an awesome product. At the end of the day, solve the problem, okay? My product is the service of my fitness coaching. And what have I done in order to make a lot of money off of that specific product? Well, number 1, I've learned how to sell the product, all right? This is key. You have to ultimately believe in the product that you're selling. For me, it's very closely tied to my own education and to my own ability to coach. If I do not have confidence that I can get somebody results, then my confidence dwindles and I become a very bad salesperson. Thankfully, I am an amazing coach because I spent years educating myself on nutrition and training. I know basically everything that there is to know that somebody needs to know in order to transform somebody's physique. To go from like fat to being like ripped, like jacked with a 6-pack, strong, feeling so much better. They look like a completely different person. I've done it hundreds of times, okay? So you have to believe in your product in order to ultimately become an amazing salesman, all right? A lot of people will jump straight to hiring a salesperson. Don't do this. If you're the founder, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to understand how sales works, and you need to ultimately believe in the foundation of your product. It's very important, okay? The founder needs to know how to sell because he is ultimately the foundation on which the rest of the business is built. Number 5, awesome testimonials. That's what I said about myself having so much confidence in the product that I have built. I can sell it so well because I can pull up my phone here and scroll through 100 different testimonials where people went from fat not looking good, low confidence, to absolutely looking insane. They've just got an incredible physique now. They're brimming with self-confidence. They text me months afterwards. They say, Brandon, investing in you as my fitness coach was the best thing that I ever did. My entire life is changing now. Not just is my health better, but I'm better with women. I'm also better with my finances. I'm more active when it comes to all these other areas of my life. Everything is going so much better. Thank you very much. That's the type of testimonials that I get. I get these people calling my phone all the day, the clients that I currently coach. Dude, I'm so glad that I signed up with you. I'm down another 30 pounds. Like, this is a huge part right here, because pretty much what happens is when you have awesome testimonials, people will give you referrals. When somebody else says, oh, dude, I've just been super out of shape this past year. Eventually I'll lock in and start going to the gym. Then the people that have worked with me say, hey, dude, I had this awesome fitness coach. He changed my life. And they'll refer my name to them. And then they'll come over to my business. They'll have an awesome transformation, and it just continues. Word of mouth. It's incredibly important when it comes to the marketing perspective. Number 6 is going to be scarcity, all right? Not everybody gets access to the product that you have. Not everybody can afford it, okay? If you think of all the different luxury items, okay? Here's the deal. It's so funny. People will say, oh, Brandon, like you don't make as much money that you say that you make. I'll show them the bank statement. I'll show them all that type of stuff. I'll show them the watch on my wrist. Go look up how much a Rolex Sky Dweller is worth. You can go look it up. Type it into a search bar right now, and you'll understand how much money I just have sitting on my wrist. This is a luxury item. This is an item that ultimately not everybody has access to because of the price. Not everybody can afford it. It's a luxury item. You really want to create that same level of scarcity and luxury with your brand, considering that you can ultimately provide awesome results with your kick-ass product, okay? So that is incredibly important. Marketing. Number 7, you need to be marketing through social media, okay? If you're not doing this, this is just simply stupid, okay? You're stupid if you're not marketing through social media. You need to be utilizing it. I understand not everybody loves social media. They don't think it's the greatest thing to happen to humanity, but it is the way that things are moving. You can either use it as a tool to bless people, to help people, to get people in a better situation, or you can just sit there and complain about it all the day and not reap the rewards of it, okay? Organic content is what I'm going to be talking about, and that's specifically what I like to really preach to people, because a lot of people are like, oh, let's just jump straight to ads. Dude, if your organic content isn't working, then your ad content is not going to work either. I have personally not run a single ad throughout my entire business, and I have scaled up to a point where I'm gonna do $1 million this year. Here's the truth. When it comes to organic marketing, you need to be providing value through every single social media platform that you are on. All right, I'm not even gonna get into ads. Market yourself, your brand, and your product through social media. Number 8 is going to be patience. This is quite possibly the most important of all, okay? Because everybody has shiny object syndrome nowadays. Everybody has it, bro. It's so bad. They're so distracted. And distraction equals failure. You want to know why people fail? I'll tell you what. Let me give you a quick look into why people fail as a fitness coach. Well, it's because they start their fitness coaching business and then they see a video about, oh, this trader is making a bunch of money. Oh, this drop shipper is making a bunch of money. Oh, I should do that. This fitness coaching business thing is hard. I'm going through some dark times and some failure. It's hard to sell people. You go through some hard times, and then you see another shiny object and you're like, oh, but I could make money that way. And then they switch to something else. They do something else. They give up on the vision. Distraction equals failure. That is how important keeping a focused mind is. Staying patient and ultimately understanding, where will I be 5 to 10 years from now? Asking yourself this question is so incredibly important. If you would have asked me 5 to 10 years ago, where I wanted to be, it is literally exactly where I am now. I have a full mission statement written on my phone from about 7 years ago when I first started building my business, when I first started personal training, when I first started fitness coaching. I said 5 to 10 years from now, I want to be in the position where I am helping a ton of people achieve better physiques, understand how to control their bodies through nutrition, through training, helping that, and ultimately creating an awesome brand that's just based around providing as much value as possible, which is exactly what this video is. I'm trying to provide you guys with as much value as possible. All right, so patience. Do not get distracted by other things. And at the end of the day, all of this, literally all of it starts with crushing your limiting beliefs. All right, the limiting beliefs are the things that tell you this is not possible. They're the things holding you back. The people that say, oh yeah, this guy doesn't actually make $100,000 per month. You know, he's not actually on track to make more than $1 million a year. Those people are just engulfed in limiting beliefs. Like, they don't understand that if you understand how business works, if you understand what I'm talking about in this video, and you're able to actually put in the work for years on end, like even consider like disappearing, like not just focusing on building something for a period of years and then coming back and selling it, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else. You're going to have built something so valuable, something that you believe in so much that you are going to be able to become incredibly wealthy off of that product. That's huge. People just need to understand this. They need to be able to crush those limiting beliefs. People are so caught up in the system and their 9 to 5, and a lot of people in their careers where they're not asking for raises, they're not asking for more responsibility, they're not taking pride in their work, that they literally don't know how it's even possible to make more than $10,000 per month. Like, it doesn't even make sense in their brains that humans can make more money than that, but it 100% is possible. Their limiting beliefs are what's holding them back, all right? And what I also really want to drive home at the end of this video here is the fact that the more money that I make, the more I realize that mindset is ultimately what holds everyone back. This is crazy. When I look back on my past self, what I see is that I had so many limiting beliefs that were holding me back, and my mindset was not in the right place. I didn't have an abundance mentality. I didn't understand at the end of the day what was truly possible. And that knowledge is ultimately what's holding you back from achieving your goals. So really, really hone in on changing your mindset, on checking yourself and saying, what can I actually accomplish if I put my mind to something? All right, now I hope some of you guys found this video helpful. I know that it can be a little bit overwhelming when I get into it there, but at the same time, I hope that there were some really good nuggets that you were able to take away. If you watched all the way through this video, you are somebody who has been able to focus, and I really, really want to commend you for that. Hats off to you. Drop a thumbs up down in the comment section if you're somebody that watched this video all the way to the end. And I also want you guys to make sure that you check out the links in the description. What I did was I put together a free guide for people who are ultimately looking to build a fitness coaching business. So if you're a fitness coaching business, you have a passion for fitness, you're looking to monetize that passion for fitness, make sure to check the first comment down below as well as the links in the description, because I made a free guide for you guys going a lot more in depth on the actual systems that I used in order to break down how I built my fitness coaching business and scaled it way past 6 figures for you. So go check that out in the first comment down below or in the description. Drop a thumbs up, a singular thumbs up down at the bottom of the video to show that you guys watched it all the way through. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.